Well, hi. Today is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. Before we dive into today's episode, on a personal note, I want to congratulate my nephew, Justin, who made me a great uncle yesterday. Well, actually, I think Manissa had more to do with it. But I would like to congratulate them on the birth of Silas David Charles Banner. David, one of his middle names, was after my father, Justin's grandfather. And also, that's my middle name, is David, named after the same man. His anniversary of my dad's passing coming up towards the end of October. That'll be 5 years since we lost him. So it's just kind of hit me here a little bit when I saw that post yesterday. And congratulations, Justin, Manissa. We're all grateful in the family that you did such great work. And look forward to meeting my new great nephew, Silas. Hopefully you can do that very, very soon. Today, we're talking about something practical, something a little closer to home, and something that quietly powers a lot of what we love about our community here in Council Bluffs, and that is the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce. I should note that they don't know I'm doing this. This isn't something I'm paid to do. They don't know that I wrote something and I'm going to talk about just exactly what it is that the chamber means to me, because they have been instrumental in everything that I have done, incredibly supportive, and the staff that's there, along with the 712 Initiative, Advanced Southwest Iowa Corporation, all of these different organizations working together have made it possible for me to have a business. And I wanted to talk to them a little bit, talk about them just a little bit. So if you own a business, or if you lead an organization, or maybe you just care about how our city is growing, this episode is for you. We're going to break down what the chamber actually does, who it helps, and why joining matters. We're also going to look at specific projects and programs that are happening right here in Council Bluffs. So we get to that right after we tell you about that coming up this Saturday. The Bizarre Bazaar is returning to the Mile Away. It's going to be going on Saturday from 11 to 5. A lot of vendors are going to be there. They still have a few more slots available. You're going to find an eclectic mix of handcrafted goods, vintage treasures, artistic creations, even psychic readings, holistic services, and a lot more. So if you still have an interest in a vendor booth, here's Lori's phone number, 402-318-7735. You can always stop out at the Mile Away, located on Old Lincoln Highway, north of Council Bluffs, just a few miles north. But if you get to Crescent, you've gone too far. So turn around and come back. But Saturday should be a lot of fun with the Bizarre Bazaar going on again. They did one of these earlier this year, and it was a huge success. Developers, engineers, and tech innovators, mark your calendars for AIM Institute's Heartland Developers Conference. That's taking place the end of this month, September 30th and October 1st. For the first time ever, it's going to be in Council Bluffs. It's at the Mid-America Center. You know, for over 15 years, the Heartland Developers Conference has been the go-to event for Silicon Prairie developers. You're going to find keynote speakers, deep dive breakout sessions, an exhibitor hall, hands-on demonstrations, and invaluable networking opportunities. So go to hdc.aiminstitute.org to register. All right, when people hear chamber, they often think ribbon cuttings and mixers. Went to Coffee and Contacts just yesterday. You know, and those are great. They really are. And one of my favorite things about being a chamber member, but a modern chamber is a lot more than photo ops. It's advocacy, it's talent and workforce development, it's leadership pipelines, small business support, and regional partnerships. The Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce says its mission is to strengthen businesses and build partnerships that promote economic growth and community development. That vision is to help create a thriving community in one of the nation's top growth regions, and that is where we live. In practical terms, that means the chamber convenes leaders, connects employers with talent, hosts programs that build future leaders, and works with partners across the region to attract and retain jobs. And you're going to hear some of those themes throughout this episode. So let's talk about the leadership pipeline. You know, healthy communities don't just happen. They're built by people who learn how the city works and then step up to lead. And the Council Bluffs Chamber invests in that pipeline through Leadership Council Bluffs. This is an adult program that develops Rising Leaders with sessions on heritage, nonprofits, healthcare, education, government, economic development, and public safety. The current schedule runs across the year and includes a legislative reception and a graduation. There's also Youth Leadership Council Bluffs, focused on high school students. It connects teens with civic institutions, community history, and local decision makers. The program was created through the Chamber with a steering committee of educators and stakeholders and aims to retain talented youth in our region by helping them see real opportunities right here at home. The Council Bluffs Community School District partners with the Chamber to make youth leadership possible, including providing transportation for students during program days. In return, more students from the district can participate each year. It's a very practical example of the Chamber brokering collaboration to grow future leaders. And for emerging professionals already in the workforce, there is CB Young Professionals. It's a Chamber program dedicated to connecting and retaining young talent with networking service, professional development. Think membership drives, Foodie Friday lunches, volunteer projects that plug young professionals into the fabric of the city. Something else that the Chamber does is workforce and culture. Ask any employer what keeps them up at night, and you're going to hear the same words: workforce, retention, and culture. And the Council Bluffs Chamber runs Unbelievable Workplaces, a homegrown program that helps employers measure employee experience and improve workplace culture so they can retain and recruit effectively. This isn't just a recognition badge. It's a process for feedback, benchmarking, and action. That work has attracted investment, and the Chamber received a $130,000 grant from the Iowa West Foundation to support current and new workforce development programs. That's money directed into real solutions for local employers and job seekers. And if you're a small company without a big HR department, the Chamber's employer resources and programs extend your capacity, giving your team access to young professional networks, training, and events under the Chamber umbrella. Now, let's talk about economic development partnerships. Economic growth is a team sport. In Council Bluffs and Pottawatomie County, Advanced Southwest Iowa Corporation is the economic development arm focused on business attraction, retention, entrepreneurship. It's a one-stop shop for companies exploring our market. We just had Paula Hazelwood from Advanced Southwest Iowa Corporation on the show yesterday. The Chamber collaborates closely with Advanced to align business climate, talent, and opportunities. This collaboration is formal and visible. You can even find Advanced listed in the Chamber's business directory, reinforcing how tightly knit these organizations are in cultivating growth all the way through Broadway, north and south, and beyond. So, why does that matter for a local manufacturer, a startup, or service firm? Because when economic developers recruit an employer, the Chamber can help integrate that employer into the fabric of the community. It plugs decision makers into networks, mobilizes vendors, and introduces families to schools, neighborhoods, and amenities. That soft landing is often the difference between a company choosing to expand here or somewhere else. All right, now we talk about the 712 initiative, because if you'd followed Council Bluffs redevelopment, you've heard of the 712 initiative. It focuses on energizing downtown, activating public spaces, and investing in the built environment. Over the years, its projects have added housing, jobs, and businesses and brought millions in investment into the community. The CB Chamber and the 712 initiative merged, bringing business advocacy and placemaking under one roof. Now, that strategic move was designed to accelerate growth, align resources, and concentrate energy on projects that lift the entire city. Last year, the organizations publicly shared updates on the merger and now operate together from the Chamber's offices on the 100 block. So would you like a tangible example of what that looks like on the ground? How about the row on First? It's a set of 3 modern, eco-friendly townhomes at 99, 101, and 103 South 24th Street. It's part of reshaping the West Broadway corridor and adds attainable housing near the core. The 712 initiative and the CB Chamber announced the project's completion late last year, a marker of how collaborative development can deliver real homes for real families, something that is drastically needed here in Council Bluffs. So put simply, when your Chamber and your placemaking nonprofit merge, you get one coordinated table for business climate, downtown vitality, and housing supply. That is leverage. Now, moving on to civic engagement and community touch points. Chambers are a hub for civic engagement. And here in Council Bluffs, the Chamber calendar mixes business programming with community-facing events that help residents meet candidates, attend forums, and connect to the farmers market. You're going to get a chance to meet the candidates running for mayor and also city council coming up very, very soon. These touch points keep people informed and keep the dialogue civil and local, which is very important. There's also they also host networking events such as Women Inspiring Women and commit to ensuring staff, programming, and communications foster a welcoming environment for all members and stakeholders. That matters in hiring, in customer service, and in how our city represents itself to visitors and prospective residents. And for a small business owner who wants visibility, the Chamber provides sponsorship platforms, ribbon cuttings, and promotional support that place your brand in front of the people that make decisions here. I have personally benefited from that, so I can attest to just how valuable that is. So, why does membership pay off? Well, let's get practical. What do you get when you join? Well, number one, you're going to get credibility. Customers see the Chamber affiliation and recognize you're invested in the community. You also get connections that shorten sales cycles and open doors. You get advocacy at City Hall and in Des Moines at the State House. You get workforce tools from young professional networks to culture benchmarking. You get leadership development for your team, and you get visibility through events, directories, and community partnerships. For micro businesses and startups, Chamber membership functions like a force multiplier. It gives you access to the same rooms as larger employers. For major companies, the Chamber is a partner in retention, recruitment, and community investment. Either way, the return on membership is the network, the advocacy, and the momentum. So let's give you some concrete examples that we can look at. So one, Youth Leadership Council Bluffs and the Council Bluffs Community School District Partnership, high school leadership programming with transportation support from the school district, allowing more students to participate and learn how their city works. This is a direct Chamber-led investment in the next generation. How about CB Young Professionals connects young talent to each other and to the community? This informal networking helps retain workers who might otherwise leave for bigger markets. Unbelievable Workplaces. Employers use this Chamber program to gather employee feedback and improve culture. In a tight labor market, culture is strategy. This is a tool built locally for local companies. And that Iowa West Foundation workforce grant of $130,000 expanded workforce programming, pushing resources into training and retention where businesses need it most. And the new townhomes on the row on First, completed near West Broadway, a single table for business climate and placemaking, following the merger trajectory of the CB Chamber and the 712 initiative. Housing is supplied, downtown vitality, and business growth, all reinforcing one another. We don't operate in a vacuum. Council Bluffs is part of a dynamic metro anchored by Omaha to the west and the communities of Pottawatomie County to the east. Advanced Southwest Iowa is helping recruit and retain employers across that footprint, while the Chamber builds the networks that make those employers want to put down roots. When those gears mesh, we win more projects and keep more talent. Even at the contact info level, collaboration is visible and accessible. You're going to find advances listings in the Chamber's own directory and Chamber leadership publicly engaged in regional boards, reinforcing that growth is truly regional. So how can you plug in? Well, if you're new to town, start with a ribbon cutting or a networking breakfast. If you're mid-career, look at Leadership Council Bluffs. Nominate a rising star for Impact CB. And if you're hiring, ask the Chamber about Unbelievable Workplaces and workforce programs supported by the Iowa West Foundation grant. And if you care about downtown's future, lean into the Chamber 712 work as the merger continues to align strategy and execution. And for coordinates, that Chamber office is at 149 West Broadway. It's in the historic Hughes Irons building, and you can always give them a call, 712-325-1000. That's your front door to get involved. So if you've ever felt like you're building alone, you're not. The Chamber exists to make the road easier, to connect with your peers, and to give you a voice on policy, to help you hire and keep great people, and to make sure that when you win, the community wins with you. If you need precision metal fabrication done right, Foxco Fabrication in Council Bluffs is the place. Custom welding to large-scale manufacturing, bringing your ideas to life with expert craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. So whether it's industrial, commercial, or custom fabrication, they're going to get the job done on time and built to last. Go to foxcofab.com to learn more. And someone else very strong in the community that believes in the Chamber is Avila Bank. Since 1870, Avila Bank has been providing Iowans with high-quality financial products and services to fit their needs. Whether you need a loan, would like to start a new business account, need to save money for a trip, or are looking to open a personal checking account, Avila's qualified bankers can help you with all of that and more. Visit avila.bank to learn more. You know, the story of Council Bluffs is the story of people who choose to lean in. I've talked about this with anybody that'll listen. We have teachers and students riding a bus to see how city services work. We have young professionals sharing lunch and ideas. We have employers asking their teams how to build a better culture. We have developers that are adding homes and, again, desperately needed here in Council Bluffs. And we have partners aligning across a river and a county to recruit the next big bet. So all of that is what a chamber makes possible. It's not about that logo on the wall, although they have a new one. It's pretty cool. It's about momentum. And here in Council Bluffs, momentum is building. All right, that's going to wrap up today's show. Thank you so much for being a part of things. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.